HID light fixture testers, also known as HID lamp testers, have received mixed feedback. Some users have found them to be quick and easy to use, accurately diagnosing lamp, ballast, and igniter issues, ultimately saving time and troubleshooting costs. However, some have reported negative experiences, including that they may not work with all HID fixtures, may not be able to isolate specific component failures, such as differentiating between the ballast and the igniter. Some users have reported inconsistent or inaccurate results, and the testers can be expensive. The device mentioned from the eBay vendor for $109 appears to be a different product than the one advertised in EC&M. The eBay device is called the HID Ballast Igniter Test and is not manufactured by the same company. Before purchasing a HID light fixture tester, consider several factors. Firstly, compatibility is essential. Ensure that the tester is compatible with the specific HID fixtures that will be tested. Secondly, reliability is crucial. Research reviews and ratings to assess the accuracy and consistency of the tester. Thirdly, price should be a factor. Compare prices from different vendors and consider the investment versus the potential cost savings. Fourthly, warranty and support are important. Look for a device with a warranty and access to technical support if needed. Alternative solutions to using a dedicated HID light fixture tester exist. Explore other troubleshooting methods, such as using a multimeter or contacting the fixture manufacturer before relying solely on a tester. If it is determined that a HID light fixture tester meets the needs, and that the eBay vendor is a reputable source, it may be worth considering as a potential tool for troubleshooting HID lighting issues. It's important to delve deeper into each of these considerations. When assessing compatibility, it is not enough to simply know that the tester is designed for HID fixtures. Different types of HID lamps and ballasts exist, including mercury vapor, metal halide, and high-pressure sodium. Each of these technologies operates differently and may require specific testing procedures. Some testers may only be compatible with certain types of HID systems. Consult the tester's specifications and documentation to confirm that it supports the specific lamps and ballast being tested. Some testers may have limitations in terms of voltage or wattage ranges. For instance, a tester designed for low wattage HID lamps may not be suitable for high wattage applications. Similarly, a tester designed for 120 volt systems may not be compatible with 277 volts or 480 volt systems. It's critical to verify that the tester's operating range aligns with the voltage and wattage of the HID fixtures. When researching reviews and ratings, look for patterns and trends in the feedback. Pay attention to both positive and negative reviews, and consider the source and credibility of the reviewers. Seek out reviews from other electricians, lighting technicians, or facility managers who have experience with HID lighting systems. These individuals are more likely to provide informed and objective assessments of the tester's performance. Be wary of reviews that are overly positive or negative, or that lack specific details or context. It's also important to consider the sample size of the reviews. A tester with only a few reviews may not provide a representative picture of its overall performance. Look for testers with a large number of reviews, ideally from a variety of sources, to get a more accurate sense of its reliability. When comparing prices, be sure to consider the total cost of ownership, not just the initial purchase price. A cheaper tester may seem like a good deal upfront, but it may end up costing more in the long run if it is unreliable, inaccurate, or requires frequent repairs. Consider the cost of replacement parts, calibration services, and technical support when evaluating the overall value of a tester. It's also important to factor in the potential cost savings that a tester can provide. A reliable and accurate tester can help to quickly diagnose and resolve HID lighting problems, reducing downtime and labor costs. In some cases, the cost savings from a single troubleshooting session can more than offset the initial investment in the tester. When evaluating warranty and support options, pay attention to the length and scope of the warranty. A longer warranty provides greater protection against defects and malfunctions. Be sure to understand what is covered under the warranty, and what is excluded. Some warranties may only cover certain parts or components, or may require the tester to be returned to the manufacturer for repairs. Also, assess the availability and responsiveness of technical support. Can technical support be reached easily by phone, email, or online chat? Is there a knowledge base or FAQ section available to answer common questions? A device with readily available and responsive technical support is more valuable, especially when encountering complex troubleshooting issues. Before relying solely on a dedicated HID light fixture tester, it's important to explore alternative troubleshooting methods. A multimeter is a versatile tool that can be used to measure voltage, current, and resistance in HID lighting circuits. By carefully measuring these parameters at various points in the circuit, it's possible to identify faulty components such as open circuits, short circuits, or voltage drops. A multimeter can also be used to test the continuity of wiring and connections, ensuring that there are no breaks or loose connections in the circuit. Contacting the fixture manufacturer can also be a valuable troubleshooting resource. The manufacturer may have specific troubleshooting procedures or diagnostic information that is not readily available elsewhere. They may also be able to provide technical support or replacement parts. When contacting the manufacturer, provide as much information as possible about the fixture, including the model number, serial number, and date of manufacture. Also, describe the symptoms of the problem in detail and any troubleshooting steps that have already been taken. In addition to the above considerations, it's also important to be aware of the safety precautions when working with HID lighting systems. HID lamps operate at high voltages and can produce intense ultraviolet radiation. Always disconnect the power to the fixture before attempting any troubleshooting or repairs. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as safety glasses and gloves, to protect against electrical shock and ultraviolet exposure. Dispose of HID lamps properly, as they contain mercury, a hazardous substance. Follow all applicable local, state, and federal regulations for the disposal of mercury-containing lamps. When considering the eBay vendor, exercise caution and due diligence. Verify the vendor's reputation and feedback ratings. Check for negative reviews or complaints from other customers. Look for vendors who offer a return policy or warranty on their product. If possible, contact the vendor directly to ask questions about the product and their return policy. Be wary of vendors who are unresponsive or who provide vague or incomplete answers. If the price seems too good to be true, it probably is. Counterfeit or substandard products are common on online marketplaces, so it's important to be cautious and discerning. Consider the potential risks and benefits of purchasing from an eBay vendor versus purchasing from a reputable distributor or manufacturer. A reputable distributor or manufacturer is more likely to offer genuine products, reliable support, and a comprehensive warranty. In conclusion, HID light fixture testers can be a valuable tool for troubleshooting HID lighting systems, but they are not a panacea. It's important to carefully consider the pros and cons of these testers, as well as the alternative troubleshooting methods available. By taking a systematic and informed approach to troubleshooting, it's possible to quickly diagnose and resolve HID lighting problems, minimizing downtime and costs. Remember to prioritize safety when working with HID lighting systems, and follow all applicable regulations for the disposal of mercury-containing lamps. In addition to the specific considerations mentioned above, it's also important to have a basic understanding of how HID lighting systems work. HID lamps produce light by passing an electric arc through a mixture of gases and metals inside a glass tube. The ballast is a device that regulates the voltage and current supplied to the lamp. The igniter is a device that generates a high voltage pulse to start the arc in the lamp. When troubleshooting HID lighting systems, it's helpful to understand the function of each of these components. If the lamp fails to light, it could be due to a problem with the lamp itself, the ballast, the igniter, or the wiring. A systematic troubleshooting approach can help to identify the root cause of the problem. Start by visually inspecting the lamp, ballast, and igniter for any signs of damage, such as cracks, burns, or leaks. If any damage is found, replace the damaged component. If the components appear to be in good condition, use a multimeter to test the voltage and current at various points in the circuit. Compare the measured values to the specifications provided by the manufacturer. If the voltage or current is outside of the specified range, it could indicate a problem with the ballast or the wiring. If the lamp still fails to light after testing the voltage and current, try replacing the lamp with a new one. If the new lamp lights, it indicates that the original lamp was faulty. If the new lamp still fails to light, it could indicate a problem with the igniter. The igniter can be tested using a special igniter tester, or by temporarily replacing it with a known good igniter. If the lighting system is equipped with a photocell or timer, make sure that it is functioning properly. A faulty photocell or timer can prevent the lamp from turning on at the correct time. Finally, check the wiring and connections for any loose connections, corrosion, or damage. Clean and tighten any loose connections and replace any damaged wiring. By following these troubleshooting steps, it's possible to diagnose and resolve most HID lighting problems. However, if the problem persists, it may be necessary to consult a qualified electrician or lighting technician. Also, consider that newer LED lighting systems have become more efficient and require less maintenance than traditional HID systems. LED lighting systems also do not contain any hazardous materials such as mercury. The initial cost of switching to LED may be higher, but the long-term energy and maintenance savings can quickly offset the initial investment. Therefore, consider LED options before committing to repairing older HID lighting systems.